Nathan Adrian's 100-meter freestyle was fast. One of the fastest in Olympic history. But how fast is that? What if he were swimming not just against the other swimmers in London, but against every Olympic medalist ever in the 100-meter freestyle? Here, we're gliding over 116 years of Olympic history. This enormous, historical pool contains some of swimming's biggest names. From Ian Thorpe to Mark Spitz to Johnny Weissmuller. And it takes us all the way back to Athens in 1896, when a Hungarian named Alfred Hajósz won in a minute 22. Here we've placed him in a modern pool, but he actually swam in the cold waters of the Mediterranean Sea, with hollowed-out pumpkins for lane markers. Seriously. Back then, Hajósz was one of the fastest swimmers in the world. But in a modern down-and-back race, when today's winner is wrapping up, Alfred's more than 42 meters back, just over halfway done. In 1924, Johnny Weissmuller was the first swimmer to break a minute. 4 years later, he won again. But in this pool, they're still 20 meters back. Why are these early athletes so far behind? It's partly because of advances in technology and training, many of which came about during the Cold War. Starting in 1956, swimmers set records in 8 of the next 9 Olympics. The 55-second barrier fell in Tokyo in 1964. 12 years later, James Montgomery swam it in less than 50. And today's athletes are right around 47 seconds. They're chipping away at that next barrier, the 45-second mark that seems impossible. But is it? Here's one way to think about it. Since the 1950s, these Olympians have gotten about 1 second faster every 8 years. If they continue at that rate, man, that's a big if. A 45-second finish might happen in about 12 or 16 years. Say, the Games of 2024. Obviously, it's impossible to know.